turning this up.
Just go grab it. Oh, we got the other mic.
No, we're good.
Okay, you're good?
Okay.
Say when.
Okay.
Ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, unfortunately, we're here at the Fallen Deputies Memorial to tell you that the third deputy, Deputy Diaz, succumbed to his injuries today at 12:42. He put up a hell of a fight, but the injuries were so catastrophic that there was no way he was going to make it. This is tough on the agency. It's tough when one deputy dies, but three at one time is, number one, it's never happened in the 100-year history of this agency. You very seldom see this. In 2008, we had 2 deputies killed in a traffic accident there, and I thought we'd never see that again. You know, you can train the deputies to deal with bad guys. You can train the deputies for traffic stops. You can train the deputies for high-speed chases, how to deal with people. There is no training for this at all. They never saw it coming. They never had a chance to do any evasive action. They never had a chance to try to save themselves. They had their backs to the vehicle that eventually took their lives. So it's pretty sad. Today, you saw the procession from the hospital to the ME's office. On Tuesday, the 3rd, at 11 o'clock in the morning, we are going to have a memorial for all 3 deputies. It'll be at the amphitheater out there by the fairgrounds. We're expecting quite a number of people. There could be upwards of 7,000 coming. And the reason is that people all over the United States are calling us. I've received calls from President-elect Trump, J.D. Vance, the governor's office, the director of the FBI, the director of the Secret Service, U.S. attorneys, and they're all saddened by it because they know when you lose a law enforcement officer, you lose a little piece of the community because that's what it's all about. They're protecting the community. So when they pass away, the community is just a little less safer. So we're going to give them a good send-off on Tuesday. We appreciate the support of everybody in the community. The PBA has set up something. If people want to make donations, they can call the Police Benevolent Association and they'll take the donations. So that's where we're at, folks.
Sheriff, each of these deputies had families. What's being done to support them?
Yeah. Unfortunately, I was out of town when it happened. I was trying to take a few days off. I got back here early Sunday. I met with all of the families on Sunday evening to assure them that they'll get all the support that we need. The PBSO family is, you're never out of it. Even though your spouse may pass on, we're still going to take care of you. We're still going to check on you. We're still going to be there. If they have any issues at all, they can call us. But we will be there every step of the way. Our grief counselors are available to them. The chaplains are available to them. Our therapy dogs have been available to them. And they're dealing with it. It was tough. It was tough to talk to them and look them in the eye and know the pain they're feeling.
What about you? Obviously, you've been in law enforcement for many years.
Yeah.
It probably doesn't get any easier.
It doesn't. You know, I've had to talk with the relatives of slain officers when I was a police chief, and now as a sheriff, I've done it more than I really want to. It never gets easy. There's really no standard thing that you're going to say. Each situation is different. But I can tell you one thing that doesn't change. When you look in their eyes, you see that pain. It's a universal thing. You can see it, that they're feeling a lot of grief. And I never get used to it, ever. Okay, thank you.
Sheriff,
Yeah,
I
you
know
want?
I know this is a large agency. You have many deputies, but
Yeah.
did you get to know any of these deputies individually, and what were they like?
Well, I didn't really know them personally. I had some interaction, but it's funny because I think it was Deputy Waller last Tuesday night on the 5th at my election party that I had at the Hilton. He came over and he said, "Can I get a picture with you?" So I was just looking at that picture. And of course, you know, all of them were on President Trump's detail for motorcades. They got pictures with him. And that night, all the motors came in, every one of them, because that night Trump was going to the convention center and they were going to be involved in the motorcade. So all of them came in to the Hilton to say hi and congratulate me, and I took pictures with a lot of them. So, you know, I don't get to know them personally because there's so many of them, but I get to know them generally.
Sheriff, I recognize there's still an investigation taking place.
Yes.
Your deputies go through extensive training. We have laws in place. Is there any way to prevent something like this?
Well, we're jointly working this with FHP. Our traffic homicide people are excellent, so it's a joint investigation. And we got a little ways to go to determine that, all right? A lot of it's going to depend on what the young lady says happened, and then we'll go from there. But it's a little early on right now to place any one particular thing that might have caused it, but we'll get there. We'll find out, hopefully, generally what happened.
Sheriff, do you want to talk about the move over law?
The what?
The move over law? The move over law? Do you want to talk about that?
Well, you know, unfortunately, there's a lot of traffic accidents that happened out here because of distracted driving. I'm not saying this was one of them, but in general, we deal with a lot of distracted driving. People not paying attention, they're doing everything other than drive. I actually saw a guy shaving the other day with an electric razor while he was driving. So, you know, people have to take it seriously. When you're driving a vehicle, you know, that's 2,000 pounds of destruction if it's not handled properly. So they just need to pay attention to what they're doing and not everything else.
Is the driver cooperating in the investigation?
I was told that she is. I know she feels terrible about what happened also, from what I was told. So again, there's a ways to go, and we'll get to the bottom of it. All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, Sheriff.
Was that the answer to your question? I couldn't
Move over,
understand.
the move over.
Oh, yeah.
The move over law. Because that is a law.
Thank you so much, Sheriff. Nice job. Thank you very much.
If you still want to do something on that other thing, let me know.
Yeah, we can. Yeah.
Give Terry a call. I'll come by the
Yeah, you
the
guys.
station one day.
It's definitely got you got a lot going on right now. So why don't we give it a couple of weeks
that's
or
fine.
something?
No,
Yeah.
I'll leave it up to you.
All right, I
That's fine.
appreciate it. I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right.
Appreciate you.
Thanks, Terry.
Thank you for coming.
Okay. How you been?
Selfie.